Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be recording two videos. I'll be recording part 2 of the story time that I'm doing and part 3. If you haven't watched part 1, which is already posted, I will link it in the description below. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please share the last video of part 1, which is called How I Got Played. And today we'll be talking about how I got caught up. So I just want to jump right into the video. So if you didn't watch part 1, please go watch part 1. Part 1, I talked about situation and I named the people, even though I'm going to be naming it now. But just please go watch part 1 because you might get lost if you haven't. So this is part 2 of how I got played. Part 2 of how I got caught up. I already talked about how I got played. So after me and Elle broke up, I went back on Wiz, and L location, like when you get Wiz show you your location, and at the time I had picked my location of North Carolina due to the fact that like sometimes when you pick different states you will get different people, different jobs of people. So at the time I was still in North Carolina, even after I was still talking to L. So after me and L stopped talking, I went back on Wiz and I had texted this one person. I'm just skip forward to him. Like I said, I'm not trying to edit a lot. So I texted this other person. We gonna call this person B. I texted B because he had like the listing games he played and what console he played on. And I texted him. So after I texted him, I was like, hey, what's up? You trying to play the game? He was like, what's up? And he's like, I know you. And I was like, you know me? Like, I was lost as hell. Like, I was like, you know me? Like, how you know me? Where you know me from? And he was like, yeah, you talked to L. And I was like, how you know L? Like, I was confused. So I was like, I went under the impression that L was telling people that we was talking, including his friends. I don't know why. That was just on my mind. So B was like, yeah, L had da-da-da. So I'm like, he was just saying stuff. And I was like, you lying. Like, and the whole time, y'all, until this day, I still think that L was behind this account and was acting like somebody else. Cause first off, y'all live in the same city, and I don't know, the stuff won't adding up. So like, I'm over here calling B like, bro, you lying. So out of nowhere, like a second, like he just stopped texting for like 2 seconds, and then I get a text from L like, oh, you trying to get on with my homie? Y'all, I was lost. I didn't know what to like say or what to do, because it was like, it won't even like that. Like, it won't nothing like that. And I kept telling him that, but he won't trying to hear none of that. Basically, he was like, F what you talking about, what you trying to get with him? And I was like, no, it won't give it that. It won't give it that at all. And so now I'm telling L, like, no, I'm telling B that like, you need to go tell L what's really going on, because I don't want you. I'm not trying to get you. I don't want you. So he over here trying to tell L, and then B just asked me like, what happened, why we not together and all this other stuff. And I'm telling B like, we not together because he couldn't play his role. Period, point blank. Like, he didn't know how to play his role at all. So I'm just telling B that. And then I don't know if B was going back and tell L, but I didn't really care at the point, because I'm like, at this point, I'm gonna just let it is. And then, like, a little bit while we was in the conversation, I remember him telling me he went from being friends to being best friends. So now, basically, L and B know everything about each other, and they knew about me and stuff. Oh, well, since y'all best friends, I can just go ahead. So, basically, after that, B was playing, like, telephone. I guess he would listen to what I had to say, then go tell L, and then L would be texting, and it was just a lot. So then he just started talking, like, basically he was trying to get me to get back with L. Like, B would be telling me, oh, like, I feel like any friend would do this though. Like, basically trying to be like, oh yeah, he be busy, he be in sports, and then with this and that and that and that. Just coming up with excuses after excuses. And then see me, I wasn't trying to hear that. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. I was not trying to hear that at all. Like, I should have just blocked him and then left it on at that. But I just let him tell me this, tell me that, tell me this, tell me that. And I'm like, I'm not trying to hear it. I won't try to hear it. So, like, a couple minutes after that, we just texting stuff. And then out of nowhere, I just got blocked. Not by L, by B. B just blocked me. And then L texted me again after that, talking about, oh, it's crazy. You try to get on with my homie. And the whole time, I'm on the phone with my 2 best friends at the time. And they was like, oh, they even said I was getting caught up, but I don't look at it as getting caught up because I wasn't trying to get along with the person. I won't really trying to do none of that. I want that type of timing. It was just that I was bored looking for more people to play the game. It won't nothing too serious, like none of that. I feel like they were trying to, you know, make it bigger than what it was, because it won't give me none of that. It won't. So I was just like, yeah. And we just started texting after that. Well, we won't text it a good way, but he just kept saying, like, he'll bring it up from time to time. And then that's when it was like, after it, like, I just started ignoring it, because it was like, what are you saying? And to this day, y'all, I promise y'all, I swear this was behind this account. And I say it was juicy, but to me this was juicy because it's like, I want y'all to be real in the comments. Do y'all think I got caught up? Or was this like, I don't know. Because personally, me, I don't think I would call this I got caught up. But then again, it's kind of was. Because like, you went right back on that app. Like, you went right back on that app. So it's like, I don't know. I kind of consider me getting caught up, and I kind of don't. So since this was short, I think I'm gonna end this video here, and I'm gonna start. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna just combine both of the videos, skip it. So it won't be a part 3 since I forgot that the part 2 it's a like this part 2 how I got caught up was a lot, but then again I think it's kind of too short. The video is only 6 minutes, so I'm gonna combine part 3. So part 3. This was doing the same month, a month before my graduation. Now, part 3, this is the last part. It's called We Done. So I'm gonna put the title as How I Got Caught Up / We Done. And yeah, so I'm gonna just get to the point how we got done. So basically, 2 weeks before my graduation, he started texting me again. He was like, yeah, I want to get this in the shot, da da da. I was being childish. He realized how childish, well, I thought he realized how childish he was being. So I was like, F it, I ain't doing nothing better. So we started talking again, we started dating again, and everything was peachy keen for the first 2 to 3 days. And then my graduation week came up. And like the day of my graduation, like we were supposed to get on the phone, we didn't. And then after I graduated, it was no congratulations. Like that's what blew me. Like after that, I knew I was done. Like it was no coming back from that, because I was like, you didn't even thought. Like I think when he graduated, I think I did tell him happy graduation though. Like I remember, yeah, because he wound up doing some other stuff, so I told him happy graduation, da da da. He didn't even bother. Like y'all, I told him, oh yeah, I'm graduating, da da da. Like the same, I even sent him a picture of me in my captain gown. Like I was like right before I was about to go get in the car to go graduate, and it was nothing. It was just like, okay, like he wasn't trying to hype me up, none of that. So that was right there. After that, I was like, yeah, he gotta go. Like that's how I was like, we done. I texted him, we done, and then I blocked him, and I just moved on with my life. And ever since then, I've been single. Like I realized, I feel like relationships personally, I'm not gonna say they're not for me, but like I feel like when the time is right, I would know type stuff. I feel like back then I shouldn't have been trying to take no freaking long distance with a person I don't know. Like I was trying to get to know, but I didn't. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically what I'm trying to say, more of the story, I shouldn't have took that relationship serious anyway. Like period, point blank. So if you or me, don't take these relationships serious. Live life. It will come to you whether you want it to or whether you don't. And that's advice. Do you and just rock it out. And if the time is right, the time gonna be right. But yeah, I haven't heard from him to this day. Like I think I did. I heard from him my birthday month. My first month of me being in my dorm. He tried to text me, apologize, tried to no. I said, oh, you gotta go. Like I didn't even text him back. I just read it, and he blowed up my phone that night, same night, talking about, oh yeah, you seen this, da da da. I wasn't having it, cause it was like, I'm grown now. Like I'm not finna. If you did it once, you did it a second time, you're gonna do it again. And one thing I learned while being in my days, I'm talking about being in my days like I'm old. One thing I learned while growing up, people are only gonna do what you allow them to do. So if you allow them to do it once, you allow them to do it a second time, you allow them to do it 3 times, you're gonna keep doing it because you keep allowing it. Or BS, they gonna keep bringing you BS. So it's up to you to make that BS stop. Do you? And that's all I gotta say. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Since it's like only 9 minutes or whatever, I'm about to just go ahead and edit this tonight and probably have it scheduled. Oh, it's 10. So I might just schedule it tonight and have it posted tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in for my video. And y'all have a good night. Peace.